Hello, my name is Jordan, and I'm from New Jersey. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Growing up, I was a quiet girl and always found it hard to make friends. Like this one time when I was in kindergarten, I was just sitting by myself playing with doll, and out of nowhere, this one girl by the name of Layla came over.
Why do you always sit by yourself?
Because I like to.
Well, you're weird. And that's my doll.
No, it's not. The teacher said I could have it.
Oh, yeah.
Saying that Layla just punched down on the doll. When the teacher saw us, she scolded Layla and complained to her mother too. And ever since, Layla had been nothing but mean to me. When I turned 7, my mom met my stepdad, and he had a daughter who was 3 years older than me, Esther. They moved in with us, and at first I thought Esther and I would never get along because she was so messy, and that I was a bit of a clean freak. But then she turned out to be really cool. Like this one time when I was in the 4th grade, and Layla pushed me as I was walking. But thank God, Esther caught me right in time.
I am so gonna get that witch.
Leave her, she's a brat. Moments later, I heard shouts and saw that Esther had tripped Layla and her minions with a rope. Oh my gosh! Esther, where did you get this rope from?
From the gym room. I planned on taking it home. It'll make a great skipping rope.
I forgot to mention brave. Esther could do it all. She loved having fun all the time, and she helped me face my social fears. Esther, you're the best. I so want to be like you. You're not afraid of anything.
You should see her when I mention vacations.
Vacation? Why?
I am afraid of airplanes. I don't know why, but everything about them scares me.
Ha ha ha. That's nothing, Esther. When I was in the 7th grade, and Mom took us to a park gathering our school held, all the kids got together playing fun games, but I was too shy. And then Esther pulled me from my comfort zone next to Mom.
Come on, Jordan. You're missing out on all the fun.
But what if they don't like me?
You're wasting your time. She's been a sad, lonely girl all her life. Layla, nobody asked you.
I decided to be brave. And boy, how much fun that was. We played on the water slide, climbing the longest rope and playing volleyball. It was the best time of my life. And then the parents called for a talent contest. Mom put my name in and I had no idea what to do. She said it was good practice to overcome my social anxiety, and to make matters worse, I was the first to go on stage.
Go! You can totally do it!
I was feeling so nervous because I didn't have any talent besides maybe humming a little. So I closed my eyes and just sang, blocking everyone out. When I was done, I opened my eyes. I was shocked to see people staring at me with pin-drop silence. OMG, was I that bad? But when all the kids and their parents stood up and clapped for me, I couldn't believe it. It was the first time I actually felt confident.
Oh my gosh, baby girl. I didn't know you could sing like that.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Esther! Well, she stood there stunned, as if she had seen a ghost. I was hoping she'd congratulate me, but she didn't. When it was Esther's turn, the moment she started singing, everybody covered their ears, but Esther kept singing without a worry in the world. She only stopped when the audience started to boo her.
I feel like my ears will bleed. Someone get her off the stage.
This is pure torture.
Esther looked totally heartbroken and ran off. Don't worry about them. I think he sang pretty well.
Yeah, right. Easy for you to say. Just leave me alone.
Right then, Layla put her arm around Esther and she actually let her.
Looks like your stepsister has stolen your spotlight.
Esther didn't say anything and pushed past me. After that day, Esther and I kept growing further apart. She stopped talking to me, and whenever Mom and Dad would praise me for anything, Esther would roll her eyes and leave the room.
Don't worry, sweetheart. She'll come around.
I so wished she did. But things only got worse, especially when Esther started hanging out with none other than Layla. One night, I just had enough and wanted to talk to my sister, so I went to Esther's room and found the door ajar and saw that she was making a face call with Layla.
How do you live with Jordan? She is such a Miss Perfect. She totally outshined you on purpose. She could have refused to participate, but she wanted to show how perfect she was, and you were not. You really think so? You're probably right. She could have backed off, but she didn't. I can't believe she would do that to me. Oh, let's get back at her. No, I'm not sure about this. Shh, listen. I know just the thing. My mom threw some rotten eggs outside in the trash. I'm sure that'll make a nice hair pudding for Jordan. Then she'll go back to being the mouse she is.
I hid before she could see me, and I just felt my heart break into a million pieces that Esther would listen to some witch and plot against me. The next day, I went to school early. When Esther got to school, she was fuming because she couldn't find me, and during recess, I stayed in the library. But then they found me and interrupted my Avatar World moment.
Ah, here you are. I thought you bunked school today.
Nope. Can I help you with anything?
Yeah, but I need you to come with me.
So you can throw eggs at me. Nah, I'm good.
See, she thinks she's such a know-it-all. No wonder she has your dad wrapped around her finger.
Stop filling her head with nonsense, Layla. Our parents love us both the same way.
Ugh, I doubt that.
Saying that, Esther stormed off and Layla followed her. After that day, Esther only got meaner towards me. One time when we were in the 8th grade, Mom took us to a concert of our favorite singer, Ariana Grande. Esther and we both were crazy about her, and when we were there, the singer called me up on stage since I knew all her moves so well. While dancing with her, Esther popped up on stage like a crazy person and took the mic from her and started singing off tune. Things got kind of messy. I saw the guards coming her way. She was being silly, so I tried to take the mic. Suddenly, I lost my balance and ended up falling off the stage and blacked out. I don't know how long I was out, but I woke up in the hospital and I couldn't move my legs. Mom? Something is wrong with my legs. Mom called the doctor and he used a silver metal thing to touch my legs. I couldn't feel anything. And then the doctor told my mom that I couldn't walk until I regained muscle control. And until then, I needed to use a wheelchair. What? Me on a wheelchair? No, that can't be true. Mom, please tell him to do something. I was devastated. And then Esther walked in with her dad and I lost my mind. What is she doing here? It's because of her I can't walk.
I am so sorry this happened to you, Jordan. Again, I am so sorry.
Well, your sorry is not going to make anything better. Esther cried in her dad's arms, and everything was just a big mess. The next 2 days while at home, everyone was quiet, and then Mom and Dad went grocery shopping, leaving me and Esther alone.
I'm making myself a sandwich. Can I make you one too?
I can do it myself. When I tried to reach for the peanut butter, I struggled. So I lifted myself off the chair a little but ended up falling off the wheelchair.
Jordan!
Esther ran to help me, but I pushed her away. I was so angry because if it wasn't for her stupid jealousy, everything would have been fine. Get away from me!
Jordan! I only want to help. Sometimes jealousy can make one so blind. I was not a good singer, and I should have just focused on something else.
Oh, shut up for God's sake. Save your regret. In my eyes, you're just a witch. She looked at me with tears in her eyes, but my heart was too angry to forgive her. Thank God Mom and Dad came and picked me up. Later that night, Mom and my stepdad spoke to me.
Jordan, we know that you blame Esther for this. She blames herself too. But can you find it in your heart to forgive her?
Really? We are having this conversation. Tell me, Mom, if someone pushed you and you broke your legs, would you forgive that person?
I'm sorry you feel this way, Jordan, but if you want, Esther and I can move out.
No, I couldn't let that happen. My mom loved my stepdad dearly. I couldn't take that away from her, so I decided to come to terms with the fact that Esther was part of the deal, no matter if I liked it or not. I can't promise I'll forgive her, but I'll try. Just give me time. When I went back to school, I was a bit worried about how kids would act around me, but to my surprise, everyone was normal. I wheeled myself over to the drama production board and saw that they were auditioning for a big talent reality show that was happening in LA, so wished I could try it out. But right then, Esther came beside me.
So you're auditioning?
Yeah, it would have been my chance too, but
Jordan, you can audition. You can totally go there and show the world how good you sing.
Oh, so now you're going to mock me. Bravo!
I am not mocking you. There are no rules that stayed. A person on a wheelchair can't audition.
She was right about the rule thing, because when I applied and sent the organizers a video audition, they straight away wanted me to come to LA and show them what I got. OMG! I was so excited. A trip to LA, it was going to be magnificent. Mom and my stepdad were so excited, but when they told me they couldn't afford the trip, I felt really sad. But the next day, Dad announced that I could actually go for the audition. I was all ready to go, but one day before my flight, my stepdad had to travel out of the city for business. And that night, my mom felt sick.
Honey, I can't go with you. I am so sorry.
Mom, don't worry about it. It's like fine. Just then, Esther stepped in.
I can take you. Don't worry, Mom. I'll take care of Jordan, I promise.
It was just a 5-hour, 20-minute flight to LA, and I planned to sleep all the way. But right when it started to take off, I noticed how pale Esther looked. Are you all right?
Yeah. Why wouldn't I be? I'm fine.
And then it hit me. Esther hates airplanes. She was scared of flying. I held her hand tight and told her to calm down. Throughout the flight, Esther was more concerned for me than herself. The entire flight, she held my hand, even when she was asleep. At that moment, I felt grateful, but I just couldn't forget what she did to me. Once we landed, Esther took me to the audition. And to my utter shock, Layla was there too. Oh God, why her?
Yeah, Layla, how come you're here? I don't think you have any talent.
I can ask the same question. Why are you two here? How could you even afford the trip? Sold Dad's car or something? Excuse me, it's my turn. Move aside.
Afford the trip? What was she talking about, Esther?
Just nothing. Are you ready for the performance?
Who paid for this trip? Our parents can't afford it.
I sold the diamond ring my birth mom gave to me when I was little. It's just a ring. You matter more to me, more than anything.
I couldn't believe she did that for me. I smiled at her and she smiled back.
Go get him, Tiger!
When I went on stage, I absolutely nailed it. The judges clapped for me, and I could see Esther with tears in her eyes giving me a thumbs up. When I reached backstage, Esther came running and hugged me tight. But suddenly, Layla appeared with tears in her eyes. Apparently, the judges hated her magic tricks, and she was disqualified right away.
You can't have everything in life.
She then tried to push my wheelchair, but Esther lunged at Layla and the two broke out into a catfight, while all the other contestants looked at them like they were freaks. I had to help Esther because Layla had her hair in her grip, so I tried to lift myself from the wheelchair but fell hard on the floor. I had to help my sister. I gathered all my strength, and when I finally stood on my feet, I was ecstatic. Esther! Esther, look! I was still wobbly, but I neared Layla, who was looking at my legs with wide eyes, and I punched her square in the jaw. Finally, security arrived and took her away.
I am so happy you're able to stand.
I guess I just needed motivation, and saving you from that witch was my motivation.
Jordan, I am so sorry for everything, for all the times I was a jerk to you.
All's forgiven, we're sisters, that's what we do. Fight and then make up.
Hi, I'm Megan. Please like and subscribe. My American mom met my dad in London when she studied piano at university, and they got married and then had my older sister Susie. They moved back to the States so mom could work on her career and then had me. Then they started having problems, and my dad thought it would be best to move back to London. But for some reason, Dad only loved Susie and ignored me all the time. On my 5th birthday, Dad bought her a PlayStation and beautiful dresses while I only got a grumpy look from him.
But Dad, it's my birthday. Why didn't you get me anything? Don't you love me?
Oh, stop being such a crybaby. I told you, Mum. I only wanted one child. Susie was enough for me. But no, you had to come along.
Seriously, he was such a jerk. And Susie always made sure to remind me she was his favorite. But thankfully, I had Mom and she loved me to bits. Then one night when I was 8, Susie and I heard Mom and Dad fighting like crazy.
I know that child ain't mine. I know you cheated on me, you awful woman.
OMG! Is that why Dad hated me all this time? Because I wasn't his daughter? Dad stormed out of the house with his bags and didn't even stop for Susie as she called out to him. I hugged Mom and cried, but she convinced me that he was crazy and we were better off without him. But there was someone who was super pissed. Susie!
Dad left because of you. You're the reason for everything bad, Megan. And I'm gonna kick you out of our lives for good and bring him back.
I thought she was just going to be mad for a while, but the next day, I screamed when I went into the bathroom. Stuck on the mirror was my head, cut out from a photo showing my face with my eyes poked out and a tomato nose. Of course, it was Susie. I found more of those pictures all around the house, and I showed them to Mom, and she grounded her. Over time, I grew even closer to Mom, and she discovered that I was great at playing the piano, just like her. She started teaching me, and by 7th grade, I was good enough to be selected as the key player of the school's music team. But Susie just couldn't live with that. On the day of the program, when I went on stage, I saw that my music notes had been burned. There was only a heap of ash on the piano with a note, "Hope you fail and keep failing for the rest of your life. You don't deserve happiness." Susie was a psycho, and I was gonna kill her. I nervously started playing the music from memory, and everyone in the audience loved my performance. Except for Susie, of course. She looked fuming mad. As soon as I got home, I confronted her. "What's wrong with you? Don't you think it's time to find something to do with your life, besides being a pain in my butt?"
My life! You ruined my life, my happiness, my family. I'm not gonna let you breathe in peace, Megan. Just you watch and wait.
OMG! She was unbelievable. But then what happened next shocked me even more. My left hand suddenly grabbed her hair and smashed her face into the cake Mom got to congratulate me. She screamed as loud as she could, and Mom came running.
What did you do now, Susie?
But it wasn't Susie this time. It was me. And I had no idea what had just happened. I ran out of there all confused. A few days later, I was taking my math test in class, but I couldn't figure out any of the answers. I started to panic when suddenly my left hand grabbed the test paper of the girl sitting next to me. She screamed in shock. And up next,
Detention.
what the freaking heck? What was wrong with my hand? Susie couldn't wait to break the news to Mom. As soon as we reached home, she started screaming.
Look, Mom! Your favorite has made you so proud. She got detention for cheating.
Mom looked at me in shock, but I just ran up to my room. Later that evening, I told her what had been happening with my hand. And the next day, she took me to the doctor. And it turned out I had a strange condition called alien hand syndrome, where my left hand acts like it has a brain of its own.
It's more likely to get out of control when you're experiencing extreme emotions like stress.
What then? What about my career as a pianist? I freaked out, and my left hand smashed the doctor's instruments into the wall. I decided to keep it a secret from Susie because I didn't want her to tell the world that I was a freak. I thought my life was just ruined. But at least I had my best friend Max. He never visited me at home anymore because once Susie had put so many chilies in his food, he ended up in the hospital. I didn't tell him about my hand, but he could tell I was bummed out. So he took me out for ice cream that evening. As we were walking back home, he suddenly turned to me.
You have ice cream on your nose. Do you mind if I...
Saying that, he moved closer, and my heart started beating a bit faster. Oh, what was he doing? He leaned in to kiss me, and I ended up slapping him really hard. Not my freaking alien hand again? Oh, Max, I'm so sorry. I really didn't mean to. It's just,
No, it's my fault. I should have asked you first. I'm sorry.
Saying that he ran off, I felt so terrible. A couple of days later, I was looking for him everywhere to apologize, and I found him making out with some girl in the music hall who was none other than freaking Susie. Oh my God, Max, why are you kissing my sister?
What are you, the kissing police? I can kiss whoever I want. You missed your chance when you slapped me.
Oh, you obviously deserved more than that.
Whoa! Easy there, Hulk! He's my boyfriend and we've been dating for a whole day now!
Susie, you know he's my best friend. Why are you such a jerk?
Jerk? You're the jerk here! Always wanting to take away my happiness. I'm not gonna let you do it, Megan, so keep your paws off him!
Saying that, she grabbed his hand and stormed out of the music hall. She just wanted to take away everything from me, even my best friend. Days passed, and I focused more on my music. In the 10th grade, I had a chance to audition for a spot at the best music academy in the country. I was super excited for it. I reached the venue an hour early, but as I was waiting for Mom backstage, Susie called me on my cell phone, and she was crying hysterically.
Megan, you have to hurry! Mom met with an accident on her way to you, and she's in the hospital now!
Did that witch really think I'd believe her? But I called Mom 10 times, and she just wouldn't answer. That's when I started to panic, so I quickly hailed a cab and rushed to the hospital. Halfway through, I suddenly got a call from Mom.
Honey, my phone was on silent, and I didn't even know. I just saw all your calls. I'm at the venue. Where are you?
OMG! I couldn't believe Susie had played me. I got stuck in traffic on the way back, and I arrived 10 minutes late for my performance. As the judges glared at me, I sat down shakily and tried to calm down, but I was so flustered. The performance started out fine, but only after a few minutes, my left hand went bonkers and it turned into a complete nightmare. As people started to laugh, I ran off the stage in tears. I was so embarrassed and furious at Susie. She was so cruel. When Mom and I got home, I walked straight to Susie and slapped her hard in the face. I can't believe you'd stoop so low to hurt me. You ruined my performance. Do you have any idea how important it was for me?
Yeah, I do! And I don't care. Just like you, people don't care about me. Mom has always loved you and supported you. But me? After Dad left, she just abandoned me.
Oh, honey, what are you talking about? I love you as much as I love Megan. But you always pushed me away and I felt you hated me.
Oh yes, I do hate you. I hate you for making me feel left out. You two even have your own little secrets, don't you? Yes, I know all about Megan's condition, and I was just waiting to use it against her at the right time, and it all worked out wonderfully.
I was about to attack her again, but Mom stopped me, and Susie stormed off. I was never going to speak to that witch again, ever. But I could still annoy the heck out of her. I hooked up my piano to some large speakers and played like crazy day and night right outside her room. I started making videos of myself while playing and uploading them on my YouTube channel. Once, I even composed a song especially dedicated to her.
No, any Susie, just be aware, even if she's your sister. Please take care. My sister can't see me happy.
The next day, I had hundreds of comments on that video. People loved my little composition, and they even sent me sympathetic messages about their own mean sisters. And a few days later, I got an email from a famous music producer saying he saw some real talent in me and that he'd like me to work with him on a new album. What? Could it be that I was dreaming? This was insane! Soon after, my first album came out and it became a huge hit, and I was on freaking Cloud 9. After that, I was playing at concerts and even went on a music tour with Taylor Swift. Then one day, the bell rang and Susie opened the door. I went running when I heard her screams. Standing in the doorway was Dad.
OMG, Dad! I knew you'd come back for me. I missed you so much. What took you so long?
But suddenly, he just pushed Susie aside and came running to me.
Oh, my daughter! My lovely, talented, famous daughter! I knew you'd make me proud one day.
What are you saying, Dad? I'm your daughter, Susie, the one you love the most.
You're not my daughter. You're the reason I left this house in the first place. 'Cause you aren't my own blood.
What? This was crazy! All this while I thought I wasn't his kid, but turns out Susie wasn't. She burst into tears when she heard this, but Dad wouldn't stop.
I don't know whose worthless child you are. Megan is my only daughter.
Just stop it, Dad. You're not Susie's dad. And you're not mine either. You never loved me. And then you just abandoned us all. You're not fit to be anyone's dad. And don't you dare talk to my sister that way. Just then, Mom stepped in, looking furious.
You crazy, horrible man! I never cheated on you! And they're both your daughters! But you wouldn't believe me. Well, you don't deserve either of them, you selfish creature.
Dad looked at Susie and said that he loved her and that she needed him.
You only came to get Megan's money? You never loved me, and I blame Megan for it. I thought she was the reason why you left me. But I realize now, you're just a terrible gold digger, Dad. And I don't want to see your face again. So leave, now!
And then Susie kicked him out of the house.
I'm so sorry, Megan. I was so mean to you all this time. I was such a moron for treating you like an enemy. And I don't deserve to be your sister. I don't expect you to forgive me, but I'm very sorry.
Everything you did to me affected me badly. I don't know if I'm ready to forgive you, but I believe in second chances. I really hope you change, but for now, we can start with a hug. Susie hugged me, and Mom joined us.
I love you, my precious daughters. Everything will be fine as long as we're together.
Hi, I'm Rapunzel from Armenia. Please like and subscribe. When I was little, my mom and I moved a lot. We changed towns every few months. And I couldn't help noticing that I was different from the people around me, even Mom. Everyone had dark eyes and hair, so my blonde curls and green eyes attracted attention.
Wow, she's so precious. And well, she looks nothing like you. Is she really yours?
Mom always smiled and said I looked like my dad, but I knew she didn't like the comments. And soon, we moved again.
Don't look at anyone directly. And never take your hoodie off outside. People get jealous of your beauty. Love.
I was 6 when Mom started working as a cook in a mansion, and she told me strictly to never leave the kitchen. One afternoon, Mom had gone out for groceries when a tall woman walked in. and she stopped short when she saw me.
Aren't you a beautiful little girl? Why don't you come with me, honey?
As I was in her living room eating cakes and chatting nonstop, Mom came bursting in.
There you are. I've been looking for you everywhere. Sorry, mistress.
Oh no. I brought her here. From now on, she'll spend time with me while you work.
Mom wasn't happy at all, but I'd have the best time. The mistress helped me with my reading and gave me lovely gifts. But a few weeks later, she said she wanted to adopt me.
I can give her every luxury in the world. Her life will be 1,000 times better as my daughter.
How can you even ask this, ma'am, to part with my own child? I would never.
You fool! If you truly cared about her, you'd let her have the life she deserves. Also, I looked up your records and there's no birth certificate for any child of yours. Leave her with me and we can keep all our little secrets.
She reached out for my hand, but I grabbed hers and bit it hard. She screamed as Mom and I ran.
Pack your things quickly. Hurry!
And so we left. But this time we kept traveling till we reached some docks late at night.
We're leaving for the U.S., darling. We'll never know any peace here.
Someone Mom knew helped us sneak onto a cargo ship, and we left to start a new life in New York. We spent the first few months in a homeless shelter, but Mom found a job at a restaurant soon, and we could afford a small place. Mom even let me join the public school after changing my name. When I asked why, she said it was for my own good, and I didn't ask anymore. Even though I didn't really stand out here, people still admired my looks. In 5th grade, my friend Melissa, who participated in beauty pageants, told me to try out too. The prize money was good, so I begged Mom to let me join, and I soon became a pageant queen, and modeling offers started pouring in. By the time I was in high school, I'd done my first national ad for a shampoo, and my face was on a billboard. One morning in 10th grade, I walked into the school hallway to see some kids gathered around a boy. He turned his face, and I caught my breath. He was beautiful. He threw his head back and laughed at something, and it was the most captivating sound in the world. Suddenly, our eyes met, and I realized I'd been staring at him like a moron. But I had to find out who he was. I walked into class to find all the girls talking about this handsome new stranger. Just then, we heard a loud groan.
Jeez. I'll tell you who he is if you give me $20 each. And for $50, I'll introduce you gals to him. He's my brother.
The new boy introduced himself as Derek and said his brother Ryder was our senior. Just then, the teacher walked in, and everyone flew to their seats. I caught Derek looking at me, and he smiled. He was cute, but his brother was a Greek god. One day, I had to reach a modeling audition after school, and as I quickly crossed the road, my heel got stuck in a chewed gum. As I struggled to set it loose, I looked up to see a motorcyclist charging straight at me. But suddenly, someone pushed me out of the way. I opened my eyes to see Ryder looking down at me.
Hey, are you okay?
I think so. Nope, I feel dizzy. Ryder swept me up effortlessly and carried me to his car. He took me to the hospital, and it turned out I had a minor concussion.
Your mom's on the way, I called her.
Thank you. I am so lucky you were right there.
Well, it wasn't a coincidence. I was actually following you to ask you out.
Really?
Why do you sound surprised? I can't be your first admirer. You just might be the most beautiful girl I've ever met, Rapunzel.
He touched my cheek and my heart fluttered. Just then, Mom walked in, and she couldn't stop thanking Ryder. I was discharged soon, and he even dropped us off at home. Ryder and I started dating, and the next few weeks were like a dream. He was intelligent and thoughtful and always knew how to make me laugh. We were the golden couple of the school. A few days later, I got paired with Derek for a science project, and we met up at the library to discuss it. It's funny, we've hardly spoken before, especially since you're in my class and I'm dating your brother.
Well, Ryder has that effect on girls. They fall head over heels for him and see nothing else.
That's not true, and I'd like to get to know you. Let's all have dinner sometime.
I'm not sure that's a good idea. Listen, Rapunzel, there's something...
What's going on here?
Hey, we're working on our project, and I was just...
He's your project partner? No, that won't work. I'll talk to your teacher and have your partner changed.
What? This is none of your business, dude.
It's very much my business, dude. I don't want my girlfriend to fail, which she will with you.
Derek looked furious and stormed off. Ryder, you can't tell me who to be partners with. And what's wrong with your brother?
Listen, babe, you don't know him. He's not serious about anything. and he just thinks he'll inherit millions one day without lifting a finger. I'm already working with Dad and his company, and freeloaders like Derek just bother me. Trust me, he's gonna make you do all the work and just take credit for it in the end. Just ask your teacher to change your partner, please.
Derek didn't seem like that, but Ryder knew his brother better, and he looked upset. So I requested the teacher for a partner change the next day. Life was good, except that lately, I'd been getting rejected after auditions, and Melissa had gotten a few ad campaigns I'd really wanted. But she was my friend, and I was happy for her. We were at a party together one evening, and I noticed Ryder was really quiet on the way home. Hey, you worried about something?
Yeah, just you, babe. You trust people way too easily.
What do you mean?
You don't think it's strange that Melissa has suddenly been getting every single commercial? She's rich. What if her mom paid bribes to get her those parts?
What? No! Melissa would never do that. She's the one who got me into modeling.
And she probably regrets it now since you've been doing so much better than her. Jealousy can really change people, Rapunzel. Trust me, I know.
His words made me uneasy, but I decided to ignore him. But a few days later, Melissa and I were at an audition for a lipstick commercial, and she kept forgetting her lines. I had a flawless audition, so I was shocked when Melissa was selected again.
Hey, I was so sure you'd get that.
Yeah, me too!
Wait, why do you sound mad at me? I'm just as surprised.
Oh, drop the act! It makes no sense you'd get selected unless you paid your way in.
What, are you crazy?
I can't believe you'd stoop so low. Ryder was right.
He said this about me? Rapunzel, you've known me since we were kids. Why are you letting this guy?
He's my boyfriend, and he's clearly less naive than I am. Melissa and my other friend stopped talking to me after that, and it just made me angrier that they all took her side. Thank God I had Ryder. Soon it was our 2-month anniversary, and Ryder wanted to celebrate in style by taking me out on a date to a classy French restaurant.
I want you to sit on this side, facing just me. I don't want anyone else to admire your beauty tonight.
That's a bit weird and so cheesy.
It's just how I feel. And here's your present.
Ryder, you've already done so much. I gasped as I stared at a gorgeous amber necklace.
See? How could I not get that? It's like it's made for you, Amber.
My heart was pounding as he put it around my neck. Why? Why did you just call me Amber?
Did I? Obviously a mistake, Rapunzel. Now shall we order?
I felt so distracted that I could barely read the menu. I needed some air. I excused myself to go to the bathroom, but just as I got up, I bumped into the waiter bringing our drinks.
Oh, I am so sorry, madame.
No, it was my mistake. Here, let me help you.
Oh, please, don't worry about it. I'll get you some drinks.
As he ran off, Ryder turned to me coldly.
Why were you flirting with the waiter?
What? I was just trying to be nice. But suddenly Ryder swiped all the plates off our table.
Don't play me for a fool. You kept touching his arm.
You're insane. I'm leaving. I ran out of the restaurant and looked around for a cab, but Ryder caught up with me.
If you walk away now, I'll make your life miserable, Amber.
Why do you keep calling me that? Just stop it.
Ha ha ha! Because that was your name before you came here, wasn't it? I know all about your past and you can't escape it. Yeah, I'll have you and your mother deported to Armenia and...
Suddenly, Ryder tripped over something and fell down, hitting his head. I frantically called an ambulance and used Ryder's phone to call Derek to the hospital.
What happened?
He tripped over something. The doctors say he'll be fine, but I can't stay here another minute.
Rapunzel, what really happened?
I broke down and told him how crazy Ryder had acted in the restaurant.
I wanted to warn you! You're not the first girl he's done this with. He's the perfect boyfriend at first, but then he gets so jealous and scares every girl away.
It's not just that. Derek, he knows things about me and he's threatening to ruin Mom's life and mine.
If you tell me what it is, maybe I can help you.
Derek, I need to talk to Mom first.
Of course, and you need to be sure you can trust me.
I looked into his warm brown eyes, and I felt I could. So the next day, I asked Derek to come to my place, and Mom told him everything.
I'm not Rapunzel's mother, I'm her aunt. Rapunzel's parents passed away when she was a baby, and I was her guardian in their will. But her other aunt and uncle kept insisting that I give Rapunzel to them. They only wanted her because of all the money in her name. They were powerful people, and I knew they'd keep trying to take Rapunzel away from me. So I ran away with her. We traveled far, but I'd always felt they'd find us. Then we came here and changed our names, and it seemed like we'd finally left everything behind. Until now.
We can't go back there, Derek.
I'll do everything I can, I promise.
I couldn't bear to go to school for the next few days. I felt sick with anxiety. Then finally, one evening, Derek showed up and he was smiling.
My lawyer worked on your case. And given how long you guys have lived and worked in the US, your status will be made legal immediately. You can't be deported. No one's going anywhere.
Mom and I cried and laughed as we hugged, and I threw my arms around Derek too. Thankfully, Ryder still hadn't returned to school, and I started hanging out with Derek. I also apologized to Melissa.
Rapunzel, I was so affected by what you said that I confronted my mom. She didn't pay for me to get those roles, but someone did, and I have no idea who.
I do! It was Ryder! He did it because he wanted to turn me against everyone close to me. But I never should have doubted you. A few days later, I just put some stuff in my locker when I turned around to see Ryder.
Hi, Amber. Did you miss me?
You wish, and don't think you can ever bully me or scare me again. I don't care what you know, you can't use it.
Wow. What a transformation from the chicken girl I last saw. But yeah, I just came to tell you that I've lost all interest in you. Seems like you really lowered your standards when you settled for my brother. And I don't date trash.
He walked away, and I realized I'd been holding my breath. But minutes later, I heard loud voices down the hallway, and I ran to see Ryder smashing Derek against the lockers and beating him up. It took 4 teachers to pull Ryder away as he screamed like a maniac.
You want everything I have, don't you? You always have, you little worm. Do you think I'd let you be happy? I'll ruin your life, Derek. You'll regret the day you ever crossed me.
Derek went home early, and I was completely shaken by the day's events. Later that night, I was having trouble sleeping, and I heard a loud tap on my window. I sat up in horror, only to realize it was Derek. Gosh, you scared me! How are you feeling now?
I can't feel my face, but my heart's happy. I just had to tell you. Ryder went completely bonkers at home too, and my parents have admitted him to an institution for therapy.
That's such a relief! I'm sorry you got hurt because of me, Derek.
Don't be! I'd take 100 punches for you. Well, not 100, but you know what I mean. And Ryder's right about one thing. I've wanted to be with you since I first saw you.
He leaned in and kissed me, and it was lovely. We graduated from high school and both went to the same college in another city. Right after graduation, Derek and I got married in a small ceremony with our parents. Ryder was apparently out of the institution now and managing his dad's company in Europe. But of course, he wasn't invited. And a year later, we were blessed with a beautiful baby girl, Sarah. Hey guys, I'm Amelia from Denver, and this is my crazy story. Please like and subscribe first. I was 6 years old when I moved to my aunt's house with my sister Olivia, who was 4 years older than me. Olivia and I, well, we had sort of a bittersweet relationship, more bitter than sweet. We just didn't get along. Olivia drew an imaginary line between us because she needed her space, but had no respect for mine. Like once when I was dreaming of Maroon 5, she woke me up to yell at me.
You're blaming blankets on my side of the bed? Move over!
Are you kidding me? And then there were times when she treated me like her servant.
Amelia, go get my charger. Bring me a glass of water.
Are you blind? Don't you have legs? Move your butt and get it yourself. Every time I'd answer her back, she'd look at me like I slapped her in the face, and then give me notes on how she was the best sister in the world.
I bought you a new bag from the dollar shop on 2012. I saved you from the bullies when you were in the 4th grade. When you were hungry as a bear on March 13th, 2014, I cooked noodles for you.
What in the world? Oh God, wait. You forgot you said good morning yesterday. So what now? Would I have to do laundry for you for a year? Man, you're weird. She was crazy, but she was also kind to me on rare occasions, like when she gave me her Netflix password, even though I begged and pleaded for it for 4 years. She also gave me her phone when I asked her. Oh, she wasn't that generous. She did it because her boyfriend Cooper got her a new one. Even though we fought a lot, she was still always around. But after high school, Olivia started spending less and less time with me. She was busy partying with her friends. She would come home late almost every night. One time, it was very late, and Olivia hadn't returned home. My aunt and I were worried sick. Olivia, where were you? Why didn't you answer your phone?
Don't try to be my mother. Just mind your own business.
Ugh, I waited for you all night. Look, the sun is almost up. This isn't right.
So I should stop living my life just because you think partying all night isn't right? Gosh, you suffocate me. I am leaving.
She then began packing her stuff. She said she was going to stay with Cooper and that she needed to live her life the way she wanted to. Well, fine, if that's what she wanted to do with her life, so be it. Once Olivia was gone, I did miss her, but I channeled all my energy into studying. It paid off, because I graduated from high school with awesome grades. Now, I needed a job to pay for my college fees. I found a job in sales, and after months, I was finally able to move out of my aunt's place. One day when I returned home from work, I found a basket at my door with a baby, and right then, my phone rang.
Oh, you got it, Mandy, thank God.
Olivia, where are you? Wait, is this your baby?
Yeah. Amelia, look, I have to go to Europe with my new boyfriend. I'm so sorry, but you're gonna have to babysit her for just like 1 week. All the stuff you need is in the baby bag. And there's a diary too.
Wait, are you crazy? You haven't shown up in 2 years. How do you think I'm gonna... She hung up before I could finish. I reached into the bag, and just as I found the baby's dad's number, Mandy puked all over the diary. No! I thought of taking her to my aunt, but then I remembered she was away visiting her friends. Oh God, I can't do this. I was having a full-blown panic attack, and that's when I decided to go to the cops. Sir, my friend's sister left her baby at my friend's place and then ran away. What should my friend do with the baby?
It's not legal to keep a baby like this. She'll have to be sent to social services and they'll decide.
Social services? No! I couldn't send my niece there. And then I banged my head hard on the wall. As I stared at Mandy in horror, she began to cry and just got louder each second. Nothing was working. This was frustrating. My patience was running out. After multiple failed attempts, I finally found a solution. I did a silly dance for her that caught her attention. Finally, silence. But what happened next made me explode. Now who's gonna clean this up? Of course, me! I cried really loudly and cursed Olivia for doing this to me. Your mother is I don't know why I'm being punished. Well, the next thing that made me worried was work. I had no other option but to take her along with me. I made a stop at the grocery store near my work to buy baby food. As I reached the cashier, I struggled to juggle the bag and baby in my hands. Please, do you mind holding her for a while?
Me? Okay.
To make matters worse, I had to cut half of my purchases due to my credit limit, but as if luck was on my side.
Congratulations, ma'am. It's your lucky day. You're our 1,000th customer and you get a voucher worth $2,000.
What? What did you just say? Yes! Finally, something good happened to me. I took the bags and ran out of the shop, but then the stranger stopped me.
Hey, excuse me. Stop, please. Your baby.
Oh my God, I am so sorry. I forgot about her. I'm a bad aunt, ain't I?
Ooh, thank God you said aunt. I was wondering if I can.
Before he could finish, Mandy started crying, and I had to rush. Bummer. When I reached the office, I was surprised to see the stranger from the store there. It turned out he was our boss's son.
You work here? Oh, wow. I'm surprised that we have such pretty employees and the youngest ones.
I'm sorry to have brought her here, but I'm still looking for some place to drop her off. Adrian was amazing. The guy was always nice to me, and as we started working together, he always praised my work in front of everyone, which made me feel over the moon. I was falling hard for him, but I kept my feelings about him under wraps. He, on the other hand, was pretty clear about how he felt for me.
I must say, you look lovely today, Amelia. You are loaded with work. Let's take a coffee break. Amelia!
One day, we were preparing for a meeting when Adrian took my hand and told me how much he liked me. I can't say no to my boss. I like you too. Everything was turning out great for me. Olivia had told me she'd be back in a week, but it had been more than 3 weeks, and she was still a no-show. But luckily, Mandy and I were getting along just fine. It wasn't like she stopped spitting her food in my face, didn't cry, or stopped rolling on the floor. I just learned how to handle her better now. I even got her into a daycare when I was at work. Like all good things that don't last forever, this happy period of my life was also temporary. Mandy got sick, and I didn't know what to do. I called Adrian and asked if he could drop us off at the clinic. He drove up in his Mercedes-Benz and took us there. Thank God it wasn't anything serious. On our way back, I invited Adrian over for coffee at my place. But what he said next surprised me.
You live here? It's so tiny and untidy too.
As he walked around, he stepped on a toy and screamed, "Ouch!" He looked pissed and threw the toy against the wall. I was shocked at how he acted. I'm sorry the house is messy.
It's not your fault. I was thinking you could always give her up for adoption. She was your sister's mistake, not yours. Or have her come back and take care of her own kid.
He wasn't wrong, but I wasn't sure about his idea. Mandy was my niece after all, and I loved her. The next few days, Adrian kept bringing up the idea of sending Mandy to social services. Even though I tried to contact Olivia many times, her number was off. Just a week later, I was having an amazing sleep when someone jolted me awake. It was Adrian. What happened? Is Mandy all right?
Yeah, she must be. But, Amelia, you fell asleep during our presentation. What is going on with you? You need to pull yourself together and give the baby to someone. Her dad?
He was right. When my aunt came back from the trip, I went to her house and asked her if she knew about Cooper. She gave me his number, and when I contacted him, he was shocked to learn that he even had a baby.
Oh my god, she looks just like me, my carbon copy. I can't believe Olivia hid this from me.
He then told us how Olivia had left him for another guy, never telling him that she was pregnant. I felt really bad for him. I couldn't believe my sister would stoop so low. When Cooper took Mandy away, I realized how much I missed her. Those tiny hands and feet, that toothless smile. Gosh, I wanted to hug her just once more. I busied myself with work, and it went well with Adrian. He gave me expensive gifts and would take me out for dinner every day. One time while I was out with him, I mentioned how much I missed Mandy, and he just snapped.
Mandy, Mandy, Mandy. It's always Mandy for you all the time. I'm sorry. Look what I got you.
I need to go, please. As soon as I was out of the restaurant, I went to Cooper's place, and what I saw there had me laughing. Cooper had a pacifier around his neck, Mandy in his arm, milk powder in his hair, and a rattle in his other. I'm sorry, but I can't stop laughing.
It's okay. At least I made you laugh.
Let me try.
Oh, you made her sleep even faster.
As he cleaned up the mess, I helped him, and we felt exhausted and hungry by the end. We ordered online, and honest to God, the food was 100 times better than the fancy restaurant Adrian loved taking me to. Right then, my phone rang. Think of the devil! It was Adrian apologizing for snapping at me. He wanted to meet me again, but hearing Cooper's voice in the background, his mood changed.
You don't have time for me, and there you are with some other guy. Who is he?
I just couldn't handle his drama, so I hung up. Since I really liked spending time at Cooper's house, I went to visit Mandy and him almost every day. However, that it didn't sit too well with Adrian, 'cause I had to face him at work too. One time, he invited me on a date to a fancy gala, and I reluctantly accepted. I wanted to finish things with him, and that could be my chance. But once I reached the place, his face twisted the moment he saw me.
Oh God, why didn't you wear the dress I gave you? Come on, let's go. You need something proper for this gala. I can't be seen with someone who dresses like this.
What the heck? Fine. You won't be seen with me from now on. Want to know why? 'Cause you are one snobby, arrogant, and annoying jerk.
Oh yeah? Great. You're making me the bad guy here who's cheating on me with Cooper. Admit that you like him.
His words hit me. I think I really had feelings for Cooper, and I was kinda cheating. Ha! You are crazy! We're done, Adrian. Goodbye. Saying that, I left, and on my way home, Cooper called, and I told him everything that Adrian had done. Since I didn't have a ride home, Cooper insisted on picking me up. He parked on the other side of the road, and when I turned toward him, my heel got stuck in the wet grass, and it broke. Seeing me struggle, Cooper rushed to me.
Are you okay? Are you hurt? Oh God, you're soaking wet. Here, wear this.
Thanks. It's just this stupid, The next thing I know is that Cooper had me in his arms and carried me to his car. He delicately seated me. Oh my gosh, my heart was beating really fast, and I was sure he could hear it. I had never felt this calm and protected. Once we were at Cooper's place, I changed into dry clothes that belonged to him and snuggled next to Mandy. Can I crash here for the night, Cooper? I am too tired to go home now.
What? Yeah, I mean, you don't need to ask. It would be great if you could stay with us.
Really?
Yes, in fact, I'd love to have you forever.
Oh, wow! He really liked me. I did a happy dance inside my head, but I just nodded my head. A few days later, I resigned from my job and even changed my number, 'cause Adrienne was constantly calling me. In a few months, I moved in with Cooper and was living my best life. I loved Mandy so much, and being able to be with her brought me so much joy. Everything was going smoothly until one day Olivia returned, and seeing Cooper and me together, she looked shocked.
Olivia, what brought you here? Finally got time to worry about your daughter?
I was looking for Mandy, but I didn't find her at your place. And here you are.
Olivia,
Oh, cut it out, Amelia. How are you feeling after betraying your sister?
How could you say that to me? You left your kid, you cheated on your boyfriend, and ran off with your new fling and never told him about his child. I am not the one betraying anyone here. It's you.
Unbelievable.
With those words, Olivia left. And even though I wanted to say so much more to her, Cooper stopped me, saying it wasn't worth arguing with her. Time passed, and I didn't hear from Olivia again. Soon, Cooper and I got married, and we were living the perfect life. But deep down, I missed my sister. On Mandy's 5th birthday, I was at the store getting her a gift when I spotted an LOL doll. When I almost had it, someone else picked it up too. Hey, I needed that.
Oh, Amelia? It's you? Oh my god, it's been years. How are you? And is this for for Mandy?
Yeah, she loves it. Olivia then handed me the toy, and then Mandy called me from behind.
Mama! Oh my god, she's grown up really fast. Can I hug her?
Of course, you don't need to ask. You are her mother after all. Olivia then hugged Mandy and kissed her with all her strength.
Mama, is this Mommy?
Yes, honey, she is.
Oh god, she knows me.
Of course. I have always shown her your pictures.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Amelia. You're the best sister in the whole world.
The end.
Hi, my name is Labu, and I was born to 2 lawyers in Connecticut. Please like and subscribe. Ever since I could remember, I was told 2 things about me. First, I was really beautiful, like Disney princess, movie star beautiful. And second, something was seriously wrong with me. I was different from every single person around me. Even my parents. It started with small incidents, like Mom asking me how she looked in a really hideous dress. I told her the truth. Yuck, your dress looks like poop.
I've been wearing this all day.
Oh, she doesn't mean it.
Yes, I do. You should throw that dress away, Mama. Mom burst into tears.
Labu, that's a bit too honest.
But she asked me.
Just say, you don't look good, okay?
I didn't understand why I had to lie. And it turns out in life, you're supposed to lie all the time. Like in 3rd grade, when my dad had his boss over for dinner. I said, I know you. Dad says you're the stupidest, craziest boss in the world. Why are you like that? He lost it, yelled at Dad, and then made him work for 4 weekends straight. Dad loved me too much to be mad at me, and he tried to explain the rules again. I really tried to learn them. But I was simply different. By the time you're in 6th grade, everyone in class will start cracking jokes and playing pranks. If you're like me and you can't tell when people are lying, it will be a nightmare. The worst offender was my classmate, Reno. He was the son of crazy rich politicians, and he thought he could get away with anything. He was always pulling pranks on students and teachers, and he never got more punishment than detention. One time, as a joke, he said his parents were secretly spies. I was the only idiot at the table who believed him. I started taking careful notes about every juicy, totally made-up detail. It was only when everyone was laughing that he said he was lying. You made all that up? Are you bored or crazy?
You really couldn't tell I was joking? Amazing!
She's like a stupid robot.
Hey, I know you. Your parents are my dad's clients. My dad's a divorce lawyer. The girl looked at me like I was a ghost.
My parents are getting divorced?
Yes! Didn't they tell you? She just ran away.
So beautiful, yet so heartless.
What? People were inching away from me, looking disturbed. Did I say something wrong?
You're fascinating. Are you from another planet?
I didn't have time for his jokes. By the end of the day, the whispers were everywhere.
Labu's scary. She's pretty, but she's crazy.
Labu's the rudest witch on the planet! My tongue was cursed. It either made people hate me or fear me. By the time I was in 11th grade, even my teachers wanted to shut me up. One time, a teacher started yelling at me for correcting her in the middle of class. Why should everyone note down the wrong answer just so you don't feel bad?
I wish your manners were as nice as your face.
I wish you wore a nicer wig. We can all tell you're bald.
Detention now.
Whatever. I was fine being weird, Labu, with no friends. I understood science and math more than humans, and that was enough for me. The only person who wasn't scared of me was Reno. He was always ready to pull stupid pranks on me while we were stuck in detention. In a way, I admired him. Reno got to be as weird as he wanted, and he was still great at making friends. That's when I got an idea. Reno, you've always been weird.
Excuse me?
You know you lie all the time. You get poor grades, and you're always in detention.
Wow.
You have issues, but you are still popular. How do you do that?
I'm handsome, rich, funny.
Listen, I really want to fit in and have fun in our last 2 years here. Think about exactly how you make friends and explain it to me like I'm 5.
That's gonna take time. I expect payment. You can do all of my homework?
Then I expect a proper friendship course with tests.
Then you need to call me Professor Reno.
I'm not doing that.
It's a deal breaker.
Fine, Professor Reno.
We struck a deal.
The next day, I met Reno in an empty classroom during lunch for my first lesson on becoming just like everyone else.
I've known you my whole life, and using my expert observations, I've made this course.
Wow.
It only has 4 chapters.
And if you get them all, you will be popular.
Let's do it.
Chapter 1. Jokes. Jokes are lies that make people laugh. You can't tell when people are lying, so just laugh if the other person laughs.
What if they're laughing at me?
Then look like you don't even care. Trust me.
We made a list of all the jokes I could use on people, and I practiced them on him for hours. It was hard to get the right tone. There was a new girl in my class, Stacy, and she hadn't heard any of the rumors about me yet. She was the perfect target for my new powers. I sat with her at lunch and rattled off joke after joke till she fell off her chair laughing.
Wow, Labu, you're gorgeous and funny. I'm having a sleepover tonight. You want to come?
Oh my God, my first sleepover. I was so excited, I literally rushed to tell Reno.
It's working already. Time for Lesson 2, Chapter 2, Casual Chats. Here is a list of acceptable topics you can talk about at a sleepover.
What can I talk about?
Nothing heavy, no depressing news, and no global warming. It bums people out.
But it's important.
I agree. I'm just telling you how to get along with them.
Fine. I tried to make use of the list at the sleepover, but it was hard. A few times I slipped up and said things that got me weird looks. I didn't even know why, so I just stayed quiet unless someone asked me a question, and I laughed when everyone laughed. Surprisingly, it worked. Stacy asked me to come for another sleepover. The next day, she went with me everywhere in school. When I saw Reno, I gave him a hug. I made friends. You're the best teacher ever. Thank you, Reno.
Professor Reno!
Oh, come on.
Chapter 3, Similar Interests.
On Reno's instruction, I had to do things Stacy liked with her. She was a huge gossip, and even though it made me feel weird, it made her wildly popular in school. She lived at the mall, which was noisy and overwhelming to me. Still, I went with her and made friends with lots of other girls in my class. Then she dragged me from store to store trying on clothes till I was exhausted. But hey, everyone thought I looked stunning in my new outfits. I slept for 13 hours to recover from that day. And then Stacy dropped a bombshell on me. She wanted to set me up on a date.
He's in chemistry with me. He's super cute. In return, you can set me up with Reno. He's your friend, right?
Yeah, he is.
Well, he's totally hot and really popular. So I'll go out with him. Can you ask him for me?
I said yes and hung up. I was gonna go on my first date ever. I was panicking. I found Reno after school that day and pulled him into an empty classroom. We need an emergency lesson. Stacy set me up on a date.
Really? You want to go?
Yes, but I'm not ready for this. We never practice dates.
You want to practice a date with me?
I need quick tips. Other than jokes, casual talk, and similar interests. What can I use?
It's a date, so there's touching.
Where?
Just the arm or the hand or...
Like this?
Yes. You could give him a hug at the end of the date. Don't pat his head.
What else?
You could kiss him.
There was a long pause, and he just stared at me. He wasn't gonna say anything else. Okay, well, thanks for the tips. I patted his head and walked off. I turned right before the door and asked him if he'd go out with Stacy.
Are you serious?
Yeah, she's cute.
Fine, whatever.
Stacy was over the moon for her date. She was gonna have no trouble. She was fun, pretty, and sociable. I, on the other hand, was a nervous wreck. When I met her friend James, he said,
Wow, you're the prettiest girl ever!
Thanks, same to you. Oh, shut up, Labu, you moron. I just stayed quiet and touched his hand like a robot. It seemed to be working until Reno's Lamborghini pulled up in front of the restaurant. He walked with Stacy on his arm.
What? You guys are on your date here?
I told you where we're going.
I forgot. Well, the more the merrier.
They joined our table. Honestly, I was less nervous now that Reno was here, but that changed the second, third, and fourth time he just happened to crash my date. One time, we were all at a swimming pool together, and Reno was acting so weird. He kept competing with James over who got to share the swimming float with me, while Stacy was just glaring at both of them. What in the world was going on? On our next double date, the tension exploded. Stacy got a perfect hit on the piñata, and when she tried to kiss Reno, he dodged her. She hit the floor right on her face.
Oh my god, what is wrong with you?
You scared me!
It's our 5th date and you're dodging my kiss.
That's because he likes Labu!
What?
He's been hanging around you like a freaking shield!
Labu, is this true?
No, it's not. Tell them, Reno. Reno just stared at us. Why wasn't he saying anything? That's when his phone started ringing, and he ran to one side to answer it. He came back looking really freaked out.
But there's an emergency, I gotta go. Bye.
Sure, just make an excuse and leave. Ugh, jerk.
Stacy was so furious, she was gonna melt. I was worried. I'd never seen Reno look so scared. I called him many times, but he didn't pick up. He didn't even respond to my messages. When he wasn't in school the next day, I knew I had to go see him. That weekend, I went to Reno's mansion for the very first time. It was huge. I pretended he had a school emergency so his butler would let me in. I could hear crazy shouting from the house. I looked up to see Reno's parents arguing like there was no tomorrow. I only had to listen for a minute to know what happened. Reno's dad had been cheating with several different women, and now his parents were in a full-on battle. I tried to creep out of there, but Reno's dad spotted me.
Who is this? How did you get into the house?
I'm sorry, sir. I'm a friend of Reno's.
Labu, you can't be here.
Your parents are getting a divorce. Is this why you're not coming to school?
Yes, but you can't tell anyone.
I'm sorry. Your dad's a cheating jerk.
Excuse me. You don't know anything.
I literally heard you say cheated. So you're a jerk.
Get this girl out of my house.
I raced out of there before he really lost it. Reno was actually laughing.
No one's ever talked to him like that. You're amazing.
Thank you.
I think I'm in love with you.
My heart skipped a beat. What?
It's a joke.
Oh, good one. I left feeling really confused. Was he really joking? I shook the idiotic thoughts away. I was just happy he was okay. It would take Reno another week to get back to school. I was so excited to see him for our last lesson. But the night before, there was a knock on my door. I saw him standing outside, and he looked mad.
Who did you tell about my parents?
What?
Did you see the news?
He barged into my house and turned on the TV. His parents' faces were on the news with the headline, "The biggest cheating scandal in local government." No!
There's a sea of cameras outside my house. Who did you tell, Labu?
I'm sorry, Reno. I told Stacy.
You what?
You were missing for days, and she was hysterical. I had to tell her. She promised she'd keep it a secret.
Do you not understand people at all? Do you notice anything around you?
Your girlfriend was sobbing on my shoulder, begging to know what happened to you.
We haven't even kissed. I don't even like her. Do I have to spell every single thing out for you?
Yes, you do. This is who I am. This is what it takes to be friends with me. Reno stormed out of the house, and I couldn't hold back my tears. I'd done it again. It was my own fault for thinking I could ever understand all the rules. No matter how many classes I took, Reno didn't come back to school. When I saw Stacy, I grabbed her by the collar. Did you sell Reno out?
Yes, the news channel gave me a nice price for the story.
What is your problem?
Reno is a player just like his dad. And you were acting like my friend while flirting with him the whole time.
I wasn't.
It was obvious. You think you can steal him from me just because you're pretty?
You're delusional, and you might have ruined Reno's life.
Good, he deserves it.
I slapped Stacy across the face. I can't believe I tried so hard to be your friend. You're pathetic. I locked myself up at home. Thankfully, my parents let me take a few days off school to sit in guilt. Guilt for betraying Reno, for trusting Stacy, for being born a stupid, clueless dummy. This was the saddest I'd ever been. My parents decided to take me to a therapist. When I first learned that I had social communication disorder, I was scared. I wanted to get out of this. But once I met other fun, amazing people with my condition, I didn't feel so alone anymore. When I came back to school after my break, I had new energy and confidence. To my shock, I heard that Stacy was gone. When Reno's dad found out she leaked his scandal, he got her expelled from the school. Ha, karma! I searched for Reno all day, but I couldn't find him. Was he still skipping school? Then suddenly, it hit me. I found the closest teacher and said, "I'm gonna bunk all my classes today." What? Classes are boring and YouTube is God.
Well, there's no YouTube in detention.
The moment I entered the room and saw Reno's adorable face, I jumped on him. Reno!
Labu, you're back!
No hugging in detention? Sit far apart. Far.
We had to sit 3 seats away, but Reno still told me how things were at home. His dad had moved out, but they were doing better than before now. I told him all about my break. I am so sorry about everything, Reno. I know you must hate me, and I deserve it. I betrayed your trust.
I don't hate you. You didn't do it on purpose.
Still, I ruined everything.
My dad ruined everything. You just told the truth. It's not your fault. Everyone else lies.
So you're not mad at me?
Not after I yelled at you for something you can't control. I'm sorry about that.
Can we be friends again? I miss you so much.
What do you miss about me?
Your stupid pranks, your jokes, your smile. And I like myself better when I'm with you. Suddenly, Reno crossed the space between us and kissed me. Oh my God, want to go out with me?
Yes!
Good! He kissed me again, and our teacher screamed,
"No kissing in detention."
Hi, I'm Nicoleta from Romania, and I'm here to tell you something you probably aren't aware of. Each one of you has the power to change people, even the jerk ones. But before I continue, please like and subscribe. People in my little town thought that I was the cutest girl with red hair, and they completely doted on me. Everyone would notice me wherever I went and would start talking and laughing with me. Yes, I enjoyed it, but honestly, sometimes it got overwhelming. One day when I was 3, I was at my neighbor's place, and her son put a paper crown on my head and offered me a horseback ride.
All hail Nicoleta, the Queen of Romania.
Just then, his jealous little demon sister came running out of nowhere and pushed me off his back.
No, she's ugly.
Then she squirted glue in my hair. I pushed her and was about to attack her when my mum took me away. All evening, my parents cried and I tried to comfort them.
"It's okay, Mom, Dad. It will grow back prettier than before, I promise."
Eventually, they just had to cut my hair. And it did grow back all lovely and thick in a few months. When I was 4, Mum started taking me to a small farm 2 hours away from our house, just to have my hair washed with goat's milk. That was insane. But being around sheep and goats was fun. I refused to let them wash my hair unless I milked the goat myself. It took me 4 hours though, but I did what I enjoyed. Dad's favourite thing was to spend every evening brushing out my shiny curls as we sat around the fireplace. But I only agreed if he read me stories. One day, Dad sent my picture for a modelling job and I got accepted. I told my parents that I was only 5 and I had a childhood I wanted to enjoy. They promised the job wouldn't affect anything and it would make them proud and happy. So I agreed, and just like that, I started modelling for the following years. By the time I was in 9th grade, I was a pretty popular hair model for all sorts of shampoos and hair products. But I never enjoyed having makeup slapped on my face and posing in front of a camera. One day, I was determined to tell my parents that I was done. But then Dad got off the phone with my agent, saying that there was an audition for the role of the Little Mermaid.
Mom, Dad, I'm just done with all this. Please just let me live the life I want, not the one you want.
With that, I stormed off to my room. And no, I didn't go to that audition. Months later, Dad said I got an acting job offer in LA. I knew there was no use protesting, but I thought to myself that the States is the land of freedom, and the moment I would arrive there, I would be more free. And just like that, we'd flown across the world and settled in LA. It was really different from anything back home, but all I was thinking about was school. I wanted to do well so I could study law in college. As I walked down the hallway on my first day of school, suddenly someone came rushing straight at me on skateboard. The only thing I could register was the most beautiful pair of blue eyes before we both rolled onto the floor. For a minute, we gazed into each other's eyes as my heart beat furiously. Someone slammed a locker door somewhere, and we both snapped into reality. He jumped to his feet, and I held out my hand.
Oh, sorry,
He smiled and took my hand to help me up.
Yeah, I'm sorry too for not pushing you harder, ketchup head.
And with that, he let go and I fell back on my butt. He just smirked and skated away. I stared at him in disbelief.
What an A-class jerk!
I really hoped I wouldn't have anything more to do with him, but to my horror, it turned out that he was in my class. I just knew he was going to make my life miserable. The teacher asked me to introduce myself and I stepped in front of the class.
Hello, everyone. My name is Nicoleta, and I'm from...
Before I could even finish, the boy burst out laughing.
What planet are you from? Do all the aliens there have hair like Elmo's fur? And does everyone talk like they're stupid?
Jack, that's no way to talk to a girl.
That's no way to talk to anyone. I've never met anyone as what do you call it?
Handsome, breathtaking, dreamy.
As rude? As rude as you. And don't make fun of my accent. I'm proud of where I come from.
Wow. Now your face is as red as your hair. Do all ketchup heads get this angry?
Only if they meet stupid people like you.
Someone from the back called out.
Geez, get a room, guys.
What room? I'm new here. Can someone guide me?
Oh yeah, I will.
Everyone started laughing as he got up. I didn't really understand what was so funny, but the teacher was banging on the table to make everyone quiet.
Jack, that's enough. You'll be staying back for detention today.
Tell me something new.
The teacher glared at him, but decided to ignore him for the rest of the lesson. Later at lunch, I found out from all the girls that Jack was the bratty son of some rich businessman, and he was just always getting into trouble.
But even the principal doesn't really say anything because his parents are big donors. I'd be a bit worried if I was you. You seem to be his next target.
I'm not scared of some stupid jerk boy.
Just then, Jack walked over to my table with a blonde girl and said,
Here, a new friend. She speaks like a robot, but not like a ketchup head. Maybe more like a mustard head. Listen, I have to be honest here. You guys do have a beautiful accent. See? I can be nice. How about a kiss?
I felt my temper flaring up again and rose from the bench to punch his face. But before I could attack him, he turned around to leave, and I decided to let it go. The next day, I walked into the classroom for the chemistry lesson to find no one was there. It turned out that it had been shifted to the lab, and I was 15 minutes late by the time I finally found it.
Ah, Nicoleta, you must be the new student. We're doing the experiment in pairs, and the only person left is Jack.
I couldn't believe I was stuck with him. Things were going smoothly enough for a while, and when Jack handed me a beaker, our fingers touched for a second, and I could swear I felt sparks. I sneaked a glance at him to see that he was also looking at me.
Is there something you want to say?
Suddenly he came a little closer and my stomach did a few backflips. Was he going to kiss me?
I was just wondering, why do you breathe like a dragon? I can hear your nose whistling.
Ugh. Well, I can hear your face talking. So I guess we are even.
And with that, I stormed off to the teacher with my lab results. I was just done experimenting with this boy. For the next 2 years of high school, he kept being a jerk to me. He would call me names all the time or pull stupid pranks. I knew he was just trying to get a reaction out of me. And the best way to deal with bullies like him was to pretend he didn't exist. One day, when I was in the library, holding my head over a really puzzling math question, someone suddenly pulled my notebook away.
What are you crying over? Tomato Queen? Your sappy diary. Dear diary, Jack is so mean to me.
Give me back my notebook. I don't have time for your nonsense.
Seems like you're as stupid as you look. You've done the question all wrong.
Oh, yeah? And you're going to tell me how to do it right?
Since you're practically begging me for help, sure. I can't say no to a damsel in distress.
And with that, he just sat down and started scribbling away furiously in my notebook. A minute later, he threw the pen down.
And that's how it's done.
Give me that. Wait, what? That's actually the right answer.
I stared at his smug face in complete shock.
How come you're always getting such bad grades? Why do you let everyone think you're dumb?
That's none of your business.
But Jack, wouldn't your parents be really proud to know you're so smart?
Suddenly, Jack got up from his chair, looking furious.
What do you know about my parents? Nothing. They wouldn't care if I was as smart as Einstein. They're too busy fighting with each other to have any time for me. So just stay out of it. And I don't think you know anything about me.
And with that outburst, he stormed off. For the first time, I felt a bit sorry for him. A few days later, the teacher gave back the last math assignments of the term, and she slapped Jax on his desk.
Jack, you're going to have to repeat the school year. Now, I want to give you one last chance. I'll give you another assignment, and if you do well, I'll give you a passing grade.
Thanks, but no thanks. See you again next year.
I tried to stop myself, but I just couldn't.
Jack, you know you can do it. I can help with it. But I don't think you even need any help. Miss, he's practically a genius. He really doesn't deserve to fail this grade.
Everyone was staring at us now, and Jack looked livid.
No, I'm not. Who do you think you are, ketchup head? My guardian angel?
I just don't want you to be left behind, dude.
Why do you care? I don't want a second chance. Stop acting like Mother Teresa.
And with that, he stormed out of the room. What a stubborn idiot. When I went home that day, I had some shocking news waiting for me. Dad was really unwell and was given time off work. And to make matters worse, I found out that he'd gotten sick because our immigration status had been under threat for a few months, and he'd been trying to deal with it. If we lost the case, we'd have to go back to Romania. I felt devastated. I skipped the next few days of school to help Mom take care of Dad. But when I finally returned, I was taking some stuff out of my locker when I heard Jack behind me.
Oh no, you're back. My eyes were feeling so much better because they weren't hurting every day looking at your hair.
I started walking away, but he kept following me.
Come on, what's the big secret? Where were you? Growing tomatoes? Making ketchup?
If you must know, Dad has been working too hard lately, and he fell sick, so I was taking care of him.
Oh, I feel so sorry for your dad. Sorry that he has such a dumb, ugly daughter, and he brought her all the way from Romania and worked so hard just so she can have a good life. You made him sick, ketchup head. You make me sick too, actually.
He'd really stepped on a nerve, and I snapped. I turned around and gave him a hard slap.
You're just a spoiled, ungrateful brat who's been given everything in this world, and you just want to waste it and make others miserable. To think I ever felt sorry for you, I hate you. And don't worry, soon enough, you won't ever see me again.
I stormed off, and this time he didn't follow me. A few days later, we went to court to fight our immigration case, but to our dismay, the judge ruled against us. Just then, a well-dressed man came running into the courtroom.
Your Honor, I'd like to submit an appeal in this family's case. They deserve to stay here.
We just stared at the stranger, and he started firing some legal mumbo-jumbo and handed papers to the judge. And to our shock, the judge actually changed his decision, and we won the case. We didn't have to leave. As we hugged each other, we turned to the man and thanked him over and over again.
But sir, if I may ask, who are you?
I'm your friend Jack's private family lawyer. The boy has been after me non-stop for the past few days to look into your family's case.
Oh my God, Jack! Did he really do that? I headed straight for school. After that, I looked everywhere and finally found him sitting alone on the bleachers. He looked stunned to see me as I sat down beside him.
Jack, why did you do that?
I don't know. Maybe because you tried to help me even though I've been nothing but a complete jerk to you. And maybe because I've had a crush on you from the start.
My face broke into a huge grin.
I always knew it! You like ketchup head!
With that, I pulled him in for a long, steamy kiss.